All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with Brooklyn's own, the very funny Fred Rubino. Fred, how are you, man? How's everything going?
Good, good. Thank you very much. I'm just happy to be here and we could talk about things.
It's very hard for me to kind of understand what you're saying right now. Do you think you could take the mask?
And thank you very much for having me on the show, and I really appreciate it.
Can you take the mask off? Is it possible?
All right, but
there he is.
If I come down with anything, I'm coming after you.
Very good, Fred Rubino. Thanks so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. How's everything over there in Brooklyn?
Right now, I'm in Orlando, Florida.
Nice.
Brooklyn has got more Asians than Wuhan. I got the hell out of there.
Very smart. I heard they're opening up the beaches in some parts of Florida. Is that so over there as well?
Yes. But listen, Florida, you come here to die, okay? So you open the beaches, you take the mask off. You come here to die, not to live. You want to live, you go upstate New York.
So is that what happened as soon as this virus started happening? You just said, you know what, let's just go to Florida? Or is this a place you've always had like a second house over there?
No, I actually moved to Orlando 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So full-time Floridian.
Yeah, I still have, my mother's still in Brooklyn. When I travel up to New York to do shows in Jersey, I crash over mom's house. So when there's no virus around killing people, I'm in Brooklyn once a month at least.
That's awesome. I know there's a lot of New Yorkers in Florida these days, but do you, like, I lived in the South for a little bit, about 16 years. I lived in North Carolina and Georgia. I always stood out like a sore thumb because of my New York accent, but you're like times 10. How do you stand out over there?
Everywhere I go, people like, first of all, some people go, what? They can't even understand me. Like I'm Russian. Like now I know how the Russians feel in Brighton Beach. I'm like, what do you mean? It's coffee. I want coffee. Oh, coffee? What you can't say chopped meat. It's ground beef.
Right.
I called up for a pizza. I said, can I have a large pie? Oh, we don't have pie here. We're a pizzeria.
Yeah, and also barbecue is another one that I don't know if it's like that in Florida, but barbecue is like what they call pulled pork. Not they call it a cookout. So it's all crazy.
Yeah, it's a cookout.
But
everything's barbecue. Everybody knows the best barbecue. Everybody has the best recipe. Guess what? It's the same shit.
It is. It's just old chopped up pork.
That's all it is. I like it, but it's the same shit.
Right. Now, are you staying masked up everywhere you go? Are you keeping the mask on all the time when you're out in public?
Only in the bedroom. Yeah, my wife requests it. She's like, could you put the mask on? For her pleasure.
Yeah, there you go. It's
But you know what?
Spice.
I just heard half the people who died from the virus were in nursing homes. So obviously, old people and stuff like that, they're the ones that mostly at risk. My town has like 12 people who were infected. All right. And
right.
they're locked away. So really, I do wear it here and there, just if I didn't brush my teeth, but otherwise, I don't wear
it. Now, here in New York, Governor Cuomo just, announced that it's like mandatory for us to wear the masks out in public and all of that stuff. And I just wanted to get your take on that. Do you think it should be mandatory for some people in bigger cities to wear it?
This Cuomo guy, I don't even understand the way he thinks. First of all, he's the governor of New York State. It's the greatest state, okay? They're manufacturing from Niagara Falls to the tip of Long Island. But this guy can't have masks. He's got to order. You can't make them. This drug, he's not even giving that drug to everybody. They have to first C. I know friends of mine who had to go somewhere else to get the drug, and they all got better as soon as they took the drug.
Wow.
So I don't understand this guy. He's letting prisoners out. That's his thing. Let me let the prisoners out. Now, prisoners, we're supposed to be quarantined. The ultimate quarantine is jail.
Right, exactly. And he's letting them
out. It's
out.
gotta be the safest place on earth. So this asshole lets them out. I don't know, this guy.
It's crazy.
Let me tell you something. You're the governor of New York. You tell 3 manufacturing companies, start manufacturing masks. Start manufacturing the little pill that makes everybody better. In a month, everybody would have it. But no, wear a mask. That we don't have.
It's crazy, and the politics that keeps getting in the way of everything, and it just makes it more of a mess sometimes. We just want this to be over.
And a little common sense.
Right, exactly.
That's all. If they just use a little common sense. If half the people who died are in the nursing home, don't you think from now on there should be new laws about people who visit a nursing home? That's it. There's one meeting room. You can't wander around the nursing home knocking off 90-year-old people every time you fart or cough. You meet in one room, you wear a mask, you say hello to grandma, and you say bye-bye, I'll see you later. That's it.
There you go. You really are the voice of reason.
We can't learn. We got to learn from this. You can't just have anybody in the nursing home. They drop like flies, these people. And some of them don't even have any insurance. So it's not like you're going to cash in when grandma dies.
Right.
There's no gain.
Right. It is kind of crazy how it does attack the nursing homes. Like every day you're hearing the numbers, and it's always from one whole nursing home would have like 40 people at once in one night. It is a shame. It's how it's wiping out the elderly, man. So yeah, I agree. They have to do something.
Yeah, just forever. Every flu season, when you go to visit someone in a nursing home, you can only go into the waiting room. People got to wash. There's disinfecting, whatever you got to do. But, there has been people who were younger who died from this, and that's horrible. My heart goes out to them. But if we know half the people died from the nursing home, let's do something. Off the top of my head, I could have cured it already.
Exactly. It's crazy times we're living in, indeed. But now being in Orlando, it's kind of different in a sense than here. Like a lot of people aren't leaving the house often. When's the last time are you staying quarantined, or you kind of still have a normal lifestyle?
Well, when they said to quarantine for like 14 days,
yeah,
starting like 2 weeks ago, I did it. I only have gone out a couple of times. Once, a couple of times to grocery shop, and on Easter we went out because there was somebody who was alone and they didn't have an Easter dinner, so we got an Easter dinner together and we brought it to the house. I left it outside. It was like a big production, I was like,
right,
I like you. I want to feed you. Don't fucking come near me. We were just like that.
Very nice. Now, I do want to also talk to you about your YouTube stuff and the get the food out of here and all that. I love the whole concept of what you're doing with get the food out of here. So tell everybody what that is, what get the food out of here is, and what you do.
Well, Get the Food Out of Here is a cooking show that me and my wife do, and most of it's her recipes, but I don't like to give her a lot of credit because, they go crazy with it. They fucking... But what we do is we try and show people that in 18 minutes, I do it all live. There is no editing ever. In 18 minutes from start to finish, you can make a dinner for a couple of dollars, fresh, easy, all easy stuff. There's no big roast rack of lamb,
Right.
It's pasta, it's good stuff. And it also teaches like the people who are Italian American, maybe third generation, who want those foods again. They forgot it, that they haven't had it in years. It's so easy. Look, 8 minutes, I put it together. And you don't know how many people tell me, haven't had it since my mother died. Haven't had it since grandma. I made it. Some people cry when they have it again because it brings back these memories. That's really why we do it.
That's awesome. And now's a perfect time for people stuck quarantined at home who can now go there, check out, get the food over here, watch some of your stuff, you and your wife's recipes, how you cooking it all. And it's awesome. It's fun. I watched a few of them, and I'm going to try and cook along and see what I can do.
Great. I hope more people see them. What the next progression will be, I'd like to go and do demonstrations.
That would be great.
Because I do it all live.
Right,
so
yeah.
If I could, have 50 people in a room or 100 people and show them live how to do it right then and there, I think that's the next progression. Now, we're going to take it on the road very soon, hopefully.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that.
I would love to see it as like a TV show or something too.
Well, I don't understand. All these other people got the shot on the Cooking Network, and it's all shit, right? These shows are shit. You know what they do? Oh, we got a shoe and a jelly bean. Make something out of it. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Show me how to make fettuccine Alfredo, not something with a shoe and a fish and a candle. What the fuck is that?
Right, yeah. You just got to bring it back to basics and what is it people want to learn how to cook the recipe.
It's a cooking show. Show me how to cook.
Exactly. Exactly. But
so that's what I was trying to bring back, and I was hoping that like the Food Network. But you know what it is? I need like an agent that knows who to pitch that to. But you know what? Forget about all that. I'm having fun doing it, and I get so much great feedback of people saying, I love the show. I look shut-ins. I don't go out. I haven't been out in 10 years. I look forward to your show every week. Or if I could be a blessing over Facebook to some people just with that, I'm happy.
That's awesome. That is definitely awesome. And I love all your stuff. I love your rants also. And because like you say, you are the voice of reason. So what I would like to do is ask you a few things that's going on and just get a quick kind of, Fred Rubino take on it. Okay.
Have I ever said anything quickly? It's always a 10-minute fucking dissertation. My wife's favorite thing is, are you done?
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So the first thing is the Trump money that was awarded this week. What do you think about that?
Well, the guy's trying hard. There are people out there that don't have any money to eat. I'm telling you, I delivered food to people who've messaged me and says, I'm in your area, but I don't even have any food. And I fucking went to Publix and I bought them some food, and people don't have the food. That's $1,200. If people say, oh, it's nothing, then they should donate that. If they think that's nothing, donate that to a food shelter. Donate that. There are shelters all over the country right now that people are in line just to get bread and cheese and eggs that used to work at that, giving it out. Now they have nothing. So the $1,200 is fantastic. And all I ask is that, these grocery stores, people come by, they don't have any money. Give them a loaf of bread. Right? I mean,
exactly.
Now we have to be more charitable. After that, you can treat people like shit again, like we usually do. That's a given. But right now, we got to make believe we're good people.
I'll ask you, nurses and the doctors on the front line right now. What do you think about that?
Nurses, they don't get paid that much. And they are really risking their life. And that's such a marvelous thing. I think after this is over, nurses should go like, they're tax exempt for the year. All your taxes come back.
Right.
I mean, you work long hours. We appreciate that. But you know what? Give them all their money back. It's their money. So just for 1 year, just to doctors, I never met a poor fucking doctor. Okay? They're doing fine.
Amen to that. I think that's a great
like
idea.
the doctor, I seen a doctor the other day, like, yeah, I'm on the front lines. What do you do? Oh, I treat people who have pneumonia and lung infections. That's your fucking job.
Right.
You're not a hero. That's your fucking job. You treat people with lung. This is a lung infection. Nurses are one thing. The doctor, the fuck out of here. Just do your job.
They recently announced that the virus looks like it definitely came out of a laboratory in China, one way or the other. What's your take on that?
The Chinese are looking to take us down for years, right? So what do? They leak a fucking virus out. All over YouTube, you could go on YouTube, you see videos of people in China that came, like went to Italy and stuff, spitting on doorknobs, licking things. Yeah. They fucking went out and spread this on purpose so that they could take down the economies of the world. It's a fucking war. We're at war with China. Now, a lot of people get confused. Don't eat Chinese food. These are American Chinese, just like I'm American Italian.
Right.
Don't take it out on Chinese Americans. They're on our team. But China has got to pay. And let me tell you something. Trump's got the balls to make them pay. He's going to do some shit. He's going to tax them or we owe them like trillions of dollars.
That's what I think too. Yeah.
And I don't even know how much trillions of dollars is. And I'm not going to lie to you. But if I was Trump, I would be like my Uncle Vito. You fuck with him and he owes you money. You know, he says, I ain't paying you now. How you like that? Dissolve the debt of China.
That's what I think he should do too, because he could basically sue them for leaking it in the first place, whether it was deliberate or accidental, and then we could wipe our debt with China.
Just wipe it out. You don't have to sue them. You don't have to get Israel involved with suing. You know, I know that. Let's leave Israel out of this, all right? Just say, all right, we're not paying you. Do what you want.
Excellent. Here's the next one. Is over a month in quarantine and you still can't find toilet paper. What's going on with that?
You know, I don't understand. You're a toilet paper manufacturer. You make the same amount of toilet paper every day of the year. You make a good living. But now you could sell 5 times the toilet paper. Why the fuck are you not making 5 times the toilet paper? Why? Don't you want to make money? I want to see a guy 35 years old on the beach smoking $1,000 cigar. What happened? Where'd you make your money? The toilet paper run of 2020. I made a fortune. Ooh. It's not fucking plutonium. It's toilet paper. You can make it out of anything. You can probably make it out of rice. You can make, who cares? We're wiping our ass with it. Make more toilet paper.
That's great. Man, cracking me up. The final one I have for you is the age-old question. Is it sauce or gravy?
I got a video on YouTube that addresses this.
Okay.
It's got millions of views. And here's my position on that. Who cares? You see, we're Italian. We'll fight over anything. You made a beautiful house with me. Oh, fight over we call. But if the Chinese do shit like that, they don't do it. There was a Chinese guy who lived in his basement for 70 years to perfect the perfect chicken down. 70 years he came up in the light. They tasted it. It was perfect. You know what they called it? Number 13. Nobody gives a shit. You understand?
That's
Who
awesome.
gives it? It's sauce. It's gravy. Shut up and eat.
Very good. Fred, you're awesome. I appreciate you taking the time. Appreciate you very much. Do you have any, so people can go see you, what, fredrubino.com, also follow you on Facebook and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm revamping my schedule because obviously we canceled a lot of shows, but I'll be on Long Island in July doing a show. I don't know if September show is canceled. I do a lot of, I do dinner shows because we're Italian. We want to go out, we want to eat, and we want to watch a show.
Right.
You know, when these Italians go to clubs, they look at the menu, they go, hot dogs and chips. Hey, give me a fucking veal parmesan. What do I, it's a fight over the food. So I do a lot of dinner shows, a couple of clubs in Long Island. But like I said, I'm going to revamp my schedule, and they'll see it probably next week. We'll see what, who's canceling, because it changes every day. We're going to take 14 more days. We're going to open it up in a month and a half. Oh, what the fuck? I'm starving over here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's hopefully this
But
thing.
I appreciate you taking the time and having me on, and maybe I get a few plays off of this, and see me on YouTube and fredrubino.com. And I appreciate you, pal. You're doing a great job.
Hey, thank you. Right back at you. You are awesome. Fred Rubino, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Solid.